Welcome to this computer-based training module. The module will introduce you to the brake pads and shoes replacement procedures. The list shows the course objectives and the topics covered in this module. Let us examine the brake pads inspection and replacement procedure. Removal of wheel. Apply the parking brakes and block the opposite wheel at the rear to prevent it from rolling. Loosen the wheel nuts. Lift the vehicle on two-post lift or put it on the safety stands securely using floor jack. Remove the wheel nuts fully and then remove the wheel. Inspection from caliper window. After removal of the wheel, the disc calipers are visible. Calipers have a window from where the disc and pads are visible. The brake pads wear can be seen from this window. Generally, brake pads have a groove in the center of friction material to indicate the wear of lining. With the wear of brake pads, the caliper piston keeps coming out to adjust the travel. Push the piston back inside with the help of C-clamp. This helps in easy installation of caliper with new brake pads. Remove caliper mounting bolts and hang the caliper up with the help of a wire for easy removal of pads. Before taking out the old brake pads, observe the installation of pads thoroughly. Observe how the metal clips are installed along with the pads so that these can be reinstalled exactly the same way with new pads. Some of these metal clips are designed to indicate wear out of pads to driver. These clips touch the disc and make noise when brake pad reaches its service limit. Brake pads should be checked for wear by checking the thickness of pad, that is, lining plus base metal plate, or by checking the thickness of the brake lining. If the brake pad or lining is near service limit, replace the same. The method to check brake pad thickness varies among models, that is, with or without base metal plate thickness. For example, in models MRD 410 and MY 416, the thickness of brake pads is checked along with base metal plate. Refer to the service manual of the vehicle for suitable method of measurement. Check brake pads for cracks, glazing, rough surface or scarring. These conditions may require replacement of pads. Brake disc inspection. Check the brake disc runout using a dial gauge. If the runout is more than service limit, replace the disc or get the disc surface machined. Check the brake disc thickness using a micrometer. Replace the disc if disc thickness has reached its service limit. Remove caliper pins and apply small amount of grease on them. Apply grease to the base metal plate area of brake pad that comes in contact with brake's caliper. Now install the new brake pads along with the retainer clips exactly in the same position observed during removal. Slide the caliper over the new brake pads and reinstall the mounting bolts. Tighten the caliper bolts to the specified torque. Move the disc to ensure free movement. Reinstall the wheel and tighten wheel nuts to specified torque. Push in the brake pedal several times to adjust the caliper piston. Take a road test to ensure the proper function of brakes. Let us examine the brake shoes inspection and replacement procedure. Brake shoe inspection. Lift vehicle on 2-post lift. Remove rubber cover, if equipped, from brake back plate. Through the hole of back plate, visually check for thickness of brake shoe lining. If lining thickness is less than specified wear limit, replace brake shoes with new ones. Removal of wheel. Apply the parking brakes and block the opposite wheel at the rear to prevent it from rolling. Loosen the wheel nuts. Lift the vehicle on 2-post lift or put it on the safety stands securely using floor jack. Remove the wheel nuts fully and then remove the wheel. Removal of brake drum. After removal of the wheel, release the parking brake. Install appropriate size bolts to the holes provided in the brake drum. Tighten the bolts to remove the brake drum as shown. If the brake drum is equipped with spindle cap and nut, remove the spindle cap by hammering lightly around it to avoid damage to brake drum. Release the corking of spindle nut by using a chisel and hammer. Loosen spindle nut and remove it. Remove rear brake drum from rear spindle. If needed, pull brake drum off by using special tools, drum puller and sliding hammer. Lift up the dust seal with hands to inspect the wheel cylinder for any sign of leakage. Replace the wheel cylinder in case of leakage. Before removing the shoes, observe the assembly of components thoroughly. Observe how the springs and shoes are installed so that they can be reinstalled exactly the same way. Remove the holding clips that hold the shoes in place. Depress the clip and rotate the pin to release it. Remove the springs holding both the shoes together. Remove the brake shoes along with self-adjusting mechanism. Disconnect the parking brake cable from the lever. Brake shoe inspection. Brake shoes should be checked for wear by checking the thickness of shoe, that is, lining plus base metal plate, or by checking the thickness of the brake lining. If the brake shoe or lining is near service limit, replace the same. The method to check brake shoe thickness varies among models, that is, with or without base metal plate thickness. For example, in models MRD 410 and MY 416, the thickness of brake shoes is checked along with base metal plate. Refer to the service manual of the vehicle for suitable method of measurement. Brake drum inspection. Check brake drum inside diameter for wear and run out. If the inside diameter is more than service limit, replace the drum. If the run out dimensions are out of limit, the drum should be sent for lathe work or should be replaced. To reassemble, clean the backplate and other components installed. After cleaning backplate, apply heat-resistant brake grease or grease included in supplied part to the areas shown. Install the self-adjusting mechanism and the upper springs on the brake shoes as shown. Install the parking brake cable to the brake shoe lever. Place the trailing brake shoe in its position on the back plate and install the holding pin and clip. Install the lower spring to the brake shoes as shown. Now install the leading shoe in its position by pulling and installing the holding pin and clip. Do not push any piston of the wheel cylinder in while installing the brake shoe. This may push the other piston out. Ensure that all the components are installed securely as observed before removal. Install brake drum. If the brake drum is equipped with spindle cap and nut, install new spindle nut and tighten it to specified torque. After tightening, cork the spindle nut. Install spindle cap to the brake drum by using a special tool and hammer. Reinstall the wheel and tighten wheel nuts to specified torque. Start engine and depress brake pedal more than 15 times to reset self-adjusters and obtain proper drum-to-shoe clearance. Check parking brake in terms of number of notches. If needed, adjust the parking brakes. To adjust parking brake, remove floor console rear box and release parking brake. Loosen adjuster nut until parking brake cable becomes free of tension. Start engine and depress brake pedal more than 15 times to reset self-adjusters and obtain proper drum-to-shoe clearance. Stop the engine and adjust parking brake lever stroke to specified value with adjuster nut. Check equalizer inclination angle. If angle is not as specified, inspect parking brake cable and rear brake shoe linings. After adjustment, ensure that brake drum is not dragging. Road test the car for proper functioning of brakes.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you all.